No, I think it's a situation when you talk about scheduling. Um, you know, you got to be kind of in the same situation to meet in the middle. You know, with NC State's not a team that everybody's looking to play them in a non-conference home and home either, which is why we've done this twice with them. Uh, so you got to find teams that are kind of in your situation at the high level that are in need of quality games, that want to get some non-conference quality home games for their RPI, for their fan base, for their strength of schedule. So fortunately for us, it's been able to work out with NC State.
They're not picked to be one of the better teams in the ACC this year, but I mean, what are your impressions of them?
Well, my first impression would, I don't put a lot of stock in the intellect or resume of the people doing the picking, although I like a lot of them, because what I see on film is a team that Coach Godfrey's going to have a lot more fun coaching, because they seem to be a humble team that plays really hard on the defensive end. And he'd be the first to tell you that a few of their guys that had some talent on their team last year that are gone were a lot more interested maybe in offense than defense. And it was tough on him at times as a coach. I know that because we have a good relationship. We both started our head coaching career at Murray State together. I see a team that's humble and they have talent. So if you got a team that's humble and is willing to play hard and play together and has talent, you got a chance. It's all about who you become. It's not how. In all seriousness, it's not about who the media picks.
What about when the coaches pick them?
It's not about who the coaches pick either. It's about who you become. And some teams can't handle being picked, because they think that matters. But really, all it does is put a target on your back, because then people think it's a quality win. I think if they stay healthy, obviously if they get the big fella back, their fifth-year senior at some point, I guess in December. I like their freshmen, and I really like I think a couple of their freshmen play really hard. Kyle Washington and Cat Barber, and I know Des Lee. We recruited him. He's a winner. Took his team to the national championship in junior college, and he's a good player, tough kid. He's a really good player. So I like their team a lot. I think they're going to win a lot of games, regardless of where they're picked, is what I'm telling you.
T.J. Warren, another guy that...
Well, T.J. Warren, every pro scout that's been to our practice has talked about him, because they knew we'd play him early, and how they were looking forward to seeing how he did against us. Just with our usual defensive intensity, and they love his talent. They compare him to Paul George, 6'8", can play facing the basket, that plays without the ball extremely well, which is a rarity for young players, that really moves without the ball well, has a mid-range game, another rarity for young players, can make the three and can post up. Reminds me a lot of McDermott. He can score in every which way. And now he was probably he was arguably their best half-court offensive scorer last year, but it was an awkward thing as a freshman on a senior-laden team, a team with a lot of other talent. Where now I think they probably have roles defined a lot better on their team, which is why I think that they're set up for success as they gain experience, because they have a go-to guy. He's as good a scorer as we'll see all year.
You weren't real thrilled with your half-court defense the other day. Is this going to be a bigger test to those guys?
Yeah, I mean, each game presents its own challenges. When you're playing a lot of guys in different lineups, and you're trying to give freshmen some minutes, you're as a coach, I think you have to understand that you're setting yourself up for breakdowns with certain lineups. But it's not a bad thing. You just go try to play your 5 most experienced guys 40 minutes, and you're not going to improve, because you're not going to be able to win that way all year. So, that being said, I was disappointed with a few of breakdowns that Justin had defensively, and then we got to do a better job working on some things. You know, I think he relies too much sometimes on his shot blocking, and that's going to put him in foul trouble, where he's got to do a better job of stopping the ball earlier, where we're playing better team defense, instead of just trying to let guys drive the ball and block shots. That's going to be, all that's going to do is make him an assistant coach, because he's going to get fouls.
Do you anticipate maybe not playing the freshman as much because of who you're playing this game?
No, I think first of all, I think North Carolina Central is a good quality opponent. Again, you know, I don't care. You know, I'm basing off of coaching, discipline, team basketball. They take care of the basketball and played 4 and 5 guards at times against us, so it was hard to rattle them. But you know, we'll play. You're trying to win the game, so you're going to, you know, it's all about matchups. And but I think for us to be at our best, we got to be able to play our bench. We got to be, you know, this game, NC State's not a deep team. Hopefully, our bench can be a factor. But I say that hopefully, you know, because you can't be effective if you're not an effective defender. We got to be able to count on you to not break down defensively. You got to be able to count on you to rebound the ball and block out. We got to be able to count on you on offense to take care of the ball and be in the right spot. But you know, it's a work in progress for us and everybody else. You know, we're standing here today on what, November 11th. You know, next year you don't even open up to the 15th. So right now it's just a matter of try to get better.
You had three freshmen out there together really quickly. Was that a calculated effort to get them on the floor and kind of, you know, get them?
No, you know, right now, you know, going into the game, I obviously I know if certain guy gets a quick foul like SK, and I got a chance to sneak him out for a defensive possession. Kevin's our best defender behind SK, so he's the guy going to go in that when you're trying to sneak SK out so he doesn't get his second foul right away in the first half. You know, obviously right now Jermaine Lawrence, our first post sub off the bench. You know, and Troy right now is coming off the bench at the point guard spot. So you know, I'd rather not have 3 freshmen in there at the same time. Just kind of happen that way.
Has Deshaun Mormon, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Bill.
Has Deshaun Mormon decided to redshirt?
No, it's a fluid thing.
So it's not, you're not.
As of right now, that's his decision. But that, you know, like I told him, you don't need to. It's you know, you got time.
In case something happens in your meeting or something.
Well, or he may decide, you know, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
So, but as of right now, you know, he's not going to play tomorrow. But you know, it could change.
How has Kevin done, practice-wise?
Kevin's done great defense and rebounding. You know, he gets a little nervous, gets too hyped up on offense, but I understand that. You know, Kevin and I both grew up wanting to play at Cincinnati. He just happened to be a lot better player than me.
Well, if your knee had held up.
Yeah, a lot of things would have needed I'd have needed to grow up.
Good dunk, Bill. I heard about that.
Heard about that, huh?
Has Kevin shot it well in practice?
Yeah, you know, if you look at our numbers, you know, he's done a tremendous job shooting the basketball. It's just got to slow down. You know, we don't worry about missed shots. We worry about taking the right shot. I got to get him to use the glass on his pull-ups. You know, that costs you 5 push-ups in our practice. We work really hard on using the bank shot whenever we get the opportunity, especially, you know, when you're on the move. So, but yeah, we don't worry about missed shots. You know, we try to eliminate the make or miss. Whether it's free throws, we're trying to make sure we get it over the front of the rim. Shooting, you know it's a good shot for you. Make sure you're taking your time. You're taking your time. You're going to shoot. And you're shooting shots you can make. You'll shoot a high percentage. But he's not taking his time. But it's understandable. Trust me. I know, growing up the way he grew up, it's understandable. I know if I'd have ran out there with a UC uniform on, I'd have been so excited I might have shot it over the backboard when I was his age.